This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 163, The Best Place to Invest Your Money by Steve Pavlina of stevepavlina.com.
Get ready to maximize your potential with Optimal Finance Daily, the podcast that brings you the best content in personal finance 5 days a week. Your optimal life awaits. Now here's your host, Dan Warren.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Optimal Finance Daily. Hope your week's going well. We've hit the midway point if you're listening to this on the day that it was published. This is, of course, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet, and today is no exception. We've got a post from Steve Pavlina of stevepavlina.com all about investing. And more good news. I'm happy to say that today's episode is being sponsored by FreshBooks Cloud Accounting. They're offering a free month of unrestricted use right now to you as a listener of this show, and you don't even need a credit card to try it out. Generate invoices, track your expenses, and more. Just head on over to freshbooks.com/finance and enter Optimal Finance Daily in the How Did You Hear About Us section. And why don't we keep this intro nice and short for you today and jump right into our post as we start optimizing your life. The Best Place to Invest Your Money by Steve Pavlina of stevepavlina.com. The best place to invest your money is in yourself. The rate of return from investing in your own knowledge and skills will be much higher than anything you'll see from stocks, real estate, or other investments. In some cases, you can even measure the rate of return. Say you buy a book. Even add in the cost of your average hourly rate multiplied by the time it took you to read it. Many books will be lousy, but every once in a while you'll get one good idea that gives you a huge rate of return, like 10 times the cost in a matter of months. This is especially true with business and personal productivity books, but often it isn't a breakthrough idea, but rather the continuous exposure to the same ideas presented in different ways that produces a steady return over time. And the results go way beyond the monetary. If investing in your own knowledge finally gives you the idea you need to quit smoking, you can measure the lifetime financial savings in the cost of cigarettes, but what is the increased level of health worth to you? What is the idea that allows you to meet and connect with your future spouse worth? What is shedding 50 pounds of fat and knowing you can keep it off the rest of your life worth? What is building a career that totally fulfills you worth? A trick I learned from Brian Tracy is to invest 3% of your income on your own personal development. I don't know why he specifically uses 3%, but that seems about right to me. So if you earn $5,000 per month, you'd invest just $150 per month on your own personal development. You could buy about 10 paperback business or self-help books. Those are typically $12 to $16 each, but that's a lot to read in a month. Or you could order about 3 6-CD audio programs. Those are usually around $50 or $60 each, often $20 to $30 if you buy them used. Or that $150 could go toward the cost of a seminar or conference. Most one-day personal development seminars I'm familiar with are around $100, with 3-day or longer ones typically in the $200 to $600 range, although they can go much higher, well over $10,000. I find it best to mix and match different types of learning. For example, last month I bought an audio program, a few books, and went to a 3-day seminar. You don't have to spend that exact percentage every month. It's fine to underspend one month and overspend another, but aim for about 3% for the year on average. If that amount makes you uncomfortable, start with 1% the first month and build up gradually, or just start with a fixed amount like $20 until you get the hang of it. You can use this budget to invest in improving yourself any way you like. So that includes not just knowledge, but also equipment and services, anything that helps you grow and improve. For example, I use this budget to put together a home gym with a weight station, an exercise bike, and lots of free weights. If you're feeling stressed, you could use the money to get a professional massage. In my area, those are usually $40 to $100 for an hour. My wife likes spending half a day at the Luxor Spa now and then. If you feel it would be a growth experience for you, go for it. Take skydiving lessons, tour a museum, join a club or association, buy software to learn to type faster, take flute lessons, take tennis lessons. This is a pretty easy habit to develop too. Just write on your calendar on the first of each month, invest 3% in myself. Then, when that date comes up, figure out how much money you made the previous month and then decide how you'll spend it. If you can, spend it right away. Easy when you order online. Remember that this is an investment. The money you spend here will be repaid in the long run based on how you invest it. If you run your own business, you can decide whether you want to invest a percentage of your gross or your net income. I use the gross, which obviously gives me a higher budget, but Use whatever figure you feel most comfortable with. Even though I'm shopping challenged, this is the kind of shopping I enjoy. You can give me a $10,000 shopping spree at the local mall, and I won't be able to find anything I want. But when it comes to investing in knowledge and skills, suddenly I have no trouble coming up with a wish list. It's fun to think, okay, I have X dollars to spend on my own personal growth. How should I do it? Let's buy 30 shares of better health, 10 shares of financial prosperity, 5 shares of communication skills, and 20 shares of relationship building. Happy spending! You just listened to the post titled The Best Place to Invest Your Money by Steve Pavlina of stevepavlina.com. And today's episode was generously sponsored by FreshBooks, the cloud accounting company. If you're a small business owner or freelancer, try them out. We have, and we love it. Invoicing is where it all started. It only takes about 30 seconds to create and send an invoice. But there's a lot more really easy-to-use features that are worth checking out too, like getting updates on those invoices. You can see when the other party viewed the invoice, when they paid you, have reminders sent if they're late on the payments, and more. Plus, other features outside of invoicing, like getting paid with credit cards, time tracking. All easy-to-use tools. FreshBooks can also organize your receipts. They have an app for that, which you can download for free to check out and track your expenses with nice and pretty reports to go along with it. You don't need a credit card to join, and you get a month of unrestricted use to check out all of these great features. Just come by freshbooks.com/finance and be sure to enter Optimal Finance Daily in the How Did You Hear About Us section. And as I mentioned a little while ago, we are giving away a copy of the book, The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, a super popular book, and that's going out to a random person who tweets at Tim and us on Friday asking for his permission to read his blog posts here on the podcast. Tim Ferriss is a very busy guy, obviously, very difficult to get a hold of, so we thought that if we enlisted you all to help us, we might have a better chance at seeing a response and results. Now, I doubt a ton of people will participate, so if you want a really good chance to win this book, which is highly reviewed and very popular, simply follow the instructions in our email that's going to go out to you all on Friday morning. To get that email from us, you can text the word financial to the number 44222. That's the fastest way to join, or you can come by oldpodcast.com and enter your email address there. Either way works for us, and then look out for that email this Friday morning. And that's going to do it for episode 163. I'll catch you tomorrow with a post from Zen Habits. See you there, where your optimal life awaits.
Hello, Life Optimizer. This is Justin Malik, creator and producer of this podcast, but also Optimal Living Daily, the show where I read to you from even more blogs covering finance, productivity, minimalism, personal development, and more from incredible bloggers like Derek Sivers, Zen Habits, Mark and Angel, The Minimalists, and all the ones you hear on this show too. So if you enjoyed today's episode and like taking amazing blogs on the go, come on over to Optimal Living Daily and subscribe to that one too. And together, we'll start optimizing your life.
You've been listening to Optimal Finance Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.